All right, hey everyone, there's Athekos, and let me just check. Everything should be working now, I hope. I'm always kind of afraid whether or not the stream is actually working in terms of audio and video. If not, just let me know. All right, so thank you all for joining. I can't see how many people are on at the moment, but I think not too many yet. But let me just say a few things before we get started. So this was actually the result of a poll. So I I either wanted to. Oh, hey, Dragon Shadow, how you doing? Great to have you here. So we do have quite a strong delay today. I think it's around like 5 to 6 seconds, but let's hope that gets a little bit better later on. So as usual, I might take a few seconds to respond to whatever you're writing there, but I can see everything, so that is fine. So this was the result of a poll. I either asked you whether I should play 100 Kobayashi Tower, which is like pretty much like Die Hard in a solo card game box, or Forest of Shadows, one deck dungeon. So and both were like no matter how many votes there were, both games ended up on a 50-50 all the time. So that's why I decided we will play 100 today, and afterwards, like next stream or the stream after, then I will play one deck dungeon Forest of Shadows and start the campaign there. I'm saying next stream or the one after because I'm not 100% sure yet when Lands of Galza will actually arrive. As soon as that arrives, I will do that in a live stream first. But maybe it will arrive in September, and then I will do one deck dungeon first. All right, I might have to check the exposure later on, because it seems maybe a little bit bright, but you can probably also let me know. All right, so what is Hunted about? While I get everything out and start setting everything up, let me tell you. So in Hunted, that is pretty much like it's often dubbed Die Hard as a solo game, because what we essentially do is climb up a tower and going from room to room, fighting or evading terrorists and trying to get to the roof to free our wife. So let me just read the story for you. So it's your wife Sharon's birthday, so you decided to surprise her at work with some roses and that expensive chocolate she's always craving. Your marriage has been in a bit of a rough spot lately, and you were hoping today would be a turning point. Little did you know that as you arrived as Kobayashi Tower, a group of terrorists were securing the building and rounding up everyone inside as hostages. Using your military training, of course, you managed to elude them, but your wife has been taken and is somewhere in the building. Now you have to work your way through the skyscraper and rescue your wife, all while the terrorists try to hunt you down. It's a pretty fun game. I did need a little while to actually win the first time, but the more you play it, the more you kind of get an idea of how you can resolve certain situations. So this is a mixture of, well, you have a bit of hand management, inventory management, time management, like resources. And hi Flumph, great to have you here. We're playing through 100 today, but you probably know that. So yeah, I was just saying, so you have a little bit of hand and resource management, but the most important thing probably is the push your luck aspect, right? So let me just set up the game here. So we have all of that stuff here. Let me just see if everything is okay. Yeah, everything seems to be okay in terms of recording. I will change the exposure in just a minute. All right, I think like this we can work pretty well. All right. Okay, perfect. Let me know in case video or audio or something is a little bit amiss, right? So I can try to check that and work on that. All right, so what do we have here? So you see we have like a little player board here. I will put, so you put like one cube in like health on health 6, right? So we start with full health, and also we start with 20 time. So these are our two main enemies, so to speak. Because if the time ever reaches 0, or if our health reaches 0, we lose. That's pretty much like I think these are the only loss conditions. We win if we get to the roof and rescue our wife. So these cards are all for the 2-player mode here. So let me remove those. And here we have the roof. I hope you can see it. So when we defeat Lars, that's like the big bad here. You see here that here are the target numbers we need to reach. I will show you how that works. Then we actually win the game, because then we defeat him and we rescue our wife. That's the card that we actually want. So, and this is the deck we go through. So I will give that a quick shuffle. So I know usually you should riffle shuffle a deck 7 times to be certain that it is shuffled well, but it is already shuffled quite well, because I usually do that after a game, that I shuffle it a little bit for the next game, so the setup is quicker. So the setup of the game is, if you know how it works, you can set up the game in just a few minutes. I'm just taking a longer time because I can't seem to stop talking. Okay, so let's see. Have any of you already played the game? Because I'd like to know if I'm the only one here who knows the game, or so if you're here just wanting to know how it works, or if some of you actually do know the game. That'd be great to know while I set up the rest of the game. So what you also do is, like, we have like these, I think 18 rooms here. We take 14 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we take 14 out. The others are removed. And then we just shuffle those. Let's just give them a quick overhand shuffle. So Flume, you haven't played the game yet. All right. Never heard this before. Really, Dragon Shadow. Okay, I think you're both in for a treat then, because if you like solo games, this is actually a pretty good one. You might enjoy that. So I hope you stick around. Then we take 2 of these 14 cards. We shuffle those in with the roof here. I'm not looking. I'll just put it somewhere, and then we put it at the bottom, right? So we know of these 15 cards, one of these 3 bottom cards is the roof. That's our main objective, our main goal, right? So let's put that here. And then, so I will change the exposure in just a second. Louis Schwank, haven't played it. Okay, cool. Then that's really cool. So yeah, I think you're all in for a treat. So let me just finish setting up. So we will start with a bit of inventory. We have a handgun, and for that handgun we have three extra rounds just in case we need them, and each round consists of 4 bullets, right? So we have these 4 dice that represent the 4 bullets we can use. We see that here with that symbol down here. You will see that better in a minute when I reduce the exposure a little bit. Also, we have the chocolates. The chocolates are a 1-use item, although there is some way to get them back. But I will not spoil that in case we actually will be able to. We can discard this card at any point during the game to re-roll any number of dice we just rolled, which is really strong. We should really try to keep that as long as possible. Then, as I said, our health is at 6. That means we have 2 dice for any tests we need to do, right? Any skill checks. And the rest we will just put aside. So the game is almost set up. Here are a few more extra dice. We have like a D10 here. We have D10s here and a D12 and D8s. These are for other weapons, because we can collect other weapons such as machine guns, even grenades and everything. And these have different dice then, right? They can do more damage. So I will put all that aside. It will be off screen, but I think that is not a big problem. And well, then I think we can actually get started. Let me just quickly check the exposure, right? Because I think it's a little bright, right? What do you think? Yeah, I think it's a little bit too bright. So let me see if we can fix that. That is definitely too bright. So like this, I think, right? Let me know if that's better. If you can see everything well now. I hope this should be better now. Okay. And then we would be able to start, actually. I will keep the box here for now, but I will have to remove it in just a minute probably. All right, just waiting for you to let me know if that is fine. And then we can get started, I think. Okay, looks fine. Wonderful, thank you, Dragon Shadow. All right, so how does this game work? Well, actually, it's quite simple. So what we do is we're trying to go through this skyscraper, right? So what we do is we just turn over cards here. And we just see different things while we go through all the rooms here. So for example, we have Clarence here. You see it up here at the right, at the top right, with a symbol that is a hostage. And in the bottom right of the cards, you see what symbols we need to activate that card, right? To do something with that card. So for this one, we would need a magnifying glass. And on the other cards that we will turn up, we look here at the left if there is a magnifying glass. If there is, then we can activate this card and then do whatever it says. These can be items, they can be weapons, these can be hostages. There are also skill checks in here and also terrorists. So for example, here you see we have a grenade, and that grenade gives us one of these shoes, like one of these feet. And we can use this shoe for any card that requires a shoe in the bottom right. So we're trying to get the resources needed. Another thing that I need to tell you, by the way, the grenade is awesome. We have like some of these cards have like these bell icons. These become important when deciding whether or not we will have to fight terrorists. And here we already have the first thing we can do. So to open this door, we would need a key, as you can see here in the bottom right, but we don't have a key yet, so that won't work. So you see here in the left, we don't have any keys here. All right, but you see we have a magnifying glass here, and Clarence would need a magnifying glass. If we do that, then we can take that hostage with us, so to speak. We can put it here in our inventory in the bottom right. And then at any point during the game, we can flip this card to add a D8 to any test roll. That is not bad, but to be honest, I'd rather have like another die for a fighting roll, because these are usually harder, right? So I think I will skip on that for now, actually. Let's turn over a new card, because if we draw a terrorist, we don't have to fight them yet, because we need 2 bell icons in order to have that we have to fight them. All right, we have a flashlight. The flashlight is another item we can also get because it needs a magnifying glass, and we have one over there. Discard to draw 3 cards. If you find a hostage card, place it in your inventory. Well, we could also just take that hostage. You know what? Let's take Clarence for now, just because I also want, well, or we keep on drawing. You know what? Let's keep on drawing. Let's draw another card. A smoke bomb. That one's awesome, because we can discard the smoke bomb at any time to add a 1d6 to a fight roll. That is really good. So I think I'm going to take this one. So what we do now is we see there is a magnifying glass. So we look at the other cards, and here is one with a magnifying glass, right? So we discard that one that we need for the smoke bomb. Let me just make some room here for a discard pile. And then we can take the smoke bomb into our inventory. That's how it works, right? And now we can use it at any time to add a 1d6 when we fight the terrorists, which is important because fighting terrorists is not that easy, to be honest. All right, if we continue drawing and we draw a terrorist, we have to fight the terrorist, because there are 2 ways to fight a terrorist. Either when you draw a second one, then you need to fight the stronger one, or when you have a terrorist and 2 bell icons visible. Then you have to fight the stronger terrorist as well. And we have, I like the terrorist, I mean there's only one then. And we have 2 bell icons, so as soon as you draw a terrorist, we have to fight them. But we can't do anything with these cards. Another thing that we can do, instead of drawing cards and exploring, we can also hide. Hiding means that we deduct 1 time, right? We go down 1 time here with our tracker, and then we can discard the entire row of cards. But I think I will push my luck a little bit more and see what and we get a terrorist. So now with the terrorists, either if we have 2 or if we have 2 bell icons, which we do, then we discard all cards except the terrorist we need to fight. So these cards are all discarded. And now we need to fight the terrorist here. Okay, so we see we have 2 here, so these are a little bit harder. We need to roll a 3 and a 4 in order to defeat them. We have 4 bullets at the moment. And we can use as many of them as we want to, but as soon as we shoot, we need to deduct 1 time, right? So here we have like this little reference card that's really handy. There you can see that you have to move the time tracker whenever you roll dice to fire a weapon or toss a grenade, whenever you reload, or whenever you need to do because of an event or test, or even when you hide, right? So I'd say let's take 2 dice for now, because 3 and 4 is not that high, and also we have a smoke bomb if worst comes to worst, right? Yeah, let's not spend all of our bullets yet. So let's roll and hope for a 3 and a 4. All right, we have a 2 and a 4. So what we do now is one of them we hit, right? So we put like a marker there that we know one of them we hit, and the 3 we still need to hit. So and now either we take our smoke bomb and just add another d6, or we just leave this for now. Oh, by the way, I need to remove the time tracker down. and then the terrorists attack us and we lose 1 health. So we will now lose 1 health. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me put these aside. We don't need those for now. And yeah, now we can attack again. So these dice are gone. We remove them now from the game. Are those the minimum values you need to roll? Yes. Yes, Flume. I don't need to roll the exact values, just the minimum values, right? And the 2 definitely does not meet any of these 2 requirements here, right? So, and these are bullets we fired. So these are removed from the game because we don't have the bullets anymore, right? And now I will attack again. Let's attack with both dice again, because then I can also reload. So I will attack again, moving the time tracker down. And let's see. That works. You see here, like the 2, again, didn't do anything, but the 5 Flume, to answer your question, right? So we require 3 at least, and we have 5 here, so that's fine. So we actually defeated the terrorist. And now you see at the top right, let me remove all of that. At the top right, you see a +2. That means we defeated the terrorist and we can draw 2 cards. And if one of them is an item or hostage or anything we can put in our inventory, then we can take that. So actually, 2 good things. We have a radio. The radio lets us discard the radio to draw 3 cards. And we can discard all terrorists among these 3 cards, which is pretty good, but it's very prone to luck. I actually like the grenade a little bit more, because the grenade is a weapon they can use only 1 time, but that is a D8. And also you can use that D8 to defeat several terrorists at once, right? So let's say there is like a terrorist with a 2 and one with a 3. And if you roll a 5 with that, that is enough to kill both terrorists. So that is pretty good. So we will discard the radio and I will take the grenade and we will put a D8 on it. What I will also do is, our handgun is now empty, right? So I will remove one of these clips to reduce our time by 1. And that means the gun is now reloaded and we get our 4 dice back. We still have 2 clips in here. That's not a whole lot, but if we don't have any weapons anymore, we can also fight barehanded. Barehanded just means we just get 1d6, right? Okay, and that's pretty much how the game works. But we still haven't gotten through the rooms yet, because we need to go through all these rooms here to get to the roof and actually win the game. That is our main objective. So let's continue. That is a test. You see that indicated by the exclamation mark here. So test, if you succeed, gain a key token, which is really good. That means a test means we look here at our health. If we're on the left side here, you see these 2 dice icons, then we can take 2 of these white test dice. These are just 1 to 6, as the same like the weapon dice here. It's just that the white ones are the ones for testing. And we roll both, and we need to roll at least 1 5, just on 1 die. At least a 5 or a 6, right? And if we succeed, then we get a key token, which we do. We have a 5, that's enough to succeed with this test. So you see, when you lose more health, then you only have 1 die to actually make that, right? So that is fine, we made it. So if we succeed, we gain a key token. That is really cool, because, let me get one, these are off screen here. Like these key tokens, we can just put one, I'll just put it here. And whenever we have a card that requires a key, usually for getting closer to the roof, then we can, instead of waiting for a card that grants us a key symbol, we can just use the token. That is really good. Okay, let's continue. And we have the next terrorist. If we draw a second terrorist, we will have to fight, but you know what? I will not hide now, not yet. And there's the next terrorist. I'm really unlucky at the moment. So 2 terrorists mean we have to fight, and always the stronger one. So the one with the 5 here. The one with the 3 is then discarded. Okay. So what do we do? How many dice do I use? We already lost 1 health and we haven't even progressed up the building. So I think I will take 2 for now and hope that this is enough. I mean, we do have the smoke bomb, right? And for that terrorist, it would even be worthwhile because it's a pretty high roll. So let's hope. There we go. I got a 5. That is enough to kill that terrorist. And the +1 lets us draw 1 card and hope that we get an item that we can keep. Yes, we have a medkit. That is really great. We can discard this to lose 1 time, but also gain 1 health. So yeah, we will just keep it for now. I will discard it later. At the moment, we're still doing fine. Also, I forgot to reduce 1 time because I attacked. Okay, and you saw I discarded the 2 dice, right? Because these are the bullets we shot. Here's a door. we can now, doors are really good because they actually let us advance 2 locations, which is really great. And we do have a key token, right? But I think I will not use it yet. Let's see, maybe we find a card with a key token. I would, with a key symbol. I would like to keep my key for now. And now we have an issue, because if we draw terrorists, we have 2 bells, then we have to fight again. But I really want to progress. You know what? Let's use the key token now. In order to use this card here. This says 2 location cards, right? That means we can draw 2 location cards, and one of them will be discarded and the other one we will use. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we have the Vault, which is a test. Succeed and search the discard pile for any card and add it to your inventory. That is pretty nice, right? But if we fail, we lose 3 time. That is a lot. Okay, that's pretty risky. We don't have anything to help us in tests, so we do have the chocolates. Then the supply room. You may lose 1 time to draw 4 cards. If any of them are an item, you may put it into your inventory. Shuffle all other cards back into the deck. So we have that here. We can just take any card from the discard pile. I know there's a radio in there and a flashlight and a few other things, I think. And the supply room is the safer option, right? I mean, it's maybe there is not an item within the top 4 cards, but we at least will not lose 3 time. Only 1 time. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? I think I'll do the supply room for now. I think that's safer, right? Or do we want to risk it? What do you think? I think you can do a poll here, right? Let me see. Ah, yeah, there we go. Let me see which card, and then let's say the Vault and the supply room. Okay, so I know we are not a whole lot of people in the stream, but still you can vote there. I already saw yours with the supply room. Yeah, I think so too. I think the supply room is just safer. Dragon Shadow, you also say supply? Yeah, it's 100% supply room. Yeah, I think we will do that. Yeah, I agree as well. The Vault is awesome, but the supply room is just safer. But it's good nonetheless, because these are 2 locations we already managed, right? We need to have we need 13 to 15 location. Okay, let's lose 1 time. Yeah, it's 100% here on the poll. I have no idea how I can end the poll. I like this. There we go. Okay. So I lost 1 time already, and now we can draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if one of them is an item, we can keep it. And the distraction, it's called distraction, but that is classified as an item. That's it. All the others are no items, but the distraction is. So good. We got the distraction here, so let's put it down here. That one lets us discard the card just to reroll 1 die. It's not as good as the chocolate. Not as good as the chocolate, but it's still pretty good for just 1 die, right? If you just need to reroll 1 die. So, and the rest will just be shuffled back in to the deck. Okay, like this. I think we just got a new viewer, I mean, in the live stream. So I can't see who it is, but welcome. So we haven't progressed very far yet, and we're doing, well, okay, but not great. Okay, so let's continue. So the smoke bomb will stay there. Hallway. So we could now take the magnifying glass here of the hallway to take the smoke bomb. And I think I'm going to do that. We need a lot of equipment to be fine here, actually. To be safe, right? So I could take another smoke bomb for a fight. Should we do that? I think we will do that. But then again, yeah, let's do that. And then we can take the smoke bomb. That is fine. And now we can continue. All right, so let's continue. We have a test again. Standoff test. If you fail, take 1 damage and discard a hostage. We don't have a hostage, so we just need to pass the test in order to not take that 1 damage, right? So we have 5 health, so that means we get 2 dice. We need a 5 at least, which did not work. And we don't have any. Well, we could discard the distraction to reroll the die, right? And taking 1 damage would be pretty bad now. Yes, we do have the health kit, the med kit, but we just started, and I don't want to risk that yet. You know what? Let's discard that to reroll a die. and hope that we roll better. Which one do I take? This one here. All right, 5. Come on. Okay. Well, I'm pretty well known for not rolling too well. Well, then I'm not going to use the chocolates for that. Then we will just have to lose 1 health. Well, yeah. Let's keep it like this for now. Yeah, oof. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be allowed to roll any dice, but that's the way it is. And another terrorist, yeah. Also shouldn't be allowed to draw any cards or play any games that involve luck of any kind. Alright, let's continue. So, this is another hostage we could save, we could flip this card to discard a non-terrorist card. Not that helpful, but, well, let's just continue. How high are the chances that we will draw another terrorist? But another test. Same thing. If you fail, take 1 damage and discard a hostage. Exactly the same test we just did. Let's hope we do better now, right? We do. I have a 6. So that is enough to actually not fail. So that is fine. So nothing else happens, right? We just don't get the negative impact. Alright, let's continue. Another test. What is going on? This is a cursed game. Test. If you succeed, search the deck or discard pile for a radio. Okay. If we fail, we take 1 damage. Alright. Let's just succeed, right? Shouldn't be that hard. And we fail again. So we take 1 damage. Alright, and now I will have to use my medkit because I'm already down to 3 health, right? That is really, really bad. I promise you, the last 2 games I played, I did much better. Is that a weighted 3 die? I almost think so. You know what? Which one was that? Was the left one? I will replace that with the other white die, right? I hope it was the left one. If not, let me know. Okay, so I will, because there are 3 of these white dice here in case you want to play it with 2 players, so maybe that's the problem. Okay, but then again, Dragon Shout, I'm just unlucky, right? People never believe me until they see me play. Alright, so the medkit, I will just discard that because we need the health. We're doing really bad already. There is some medical station in one of the rooms where we can heal again, so let's hope we get that. Okay. Then we continue. Because I don't care about terrorists. I mean, we have a lot of stuff to actually fight those, so I think we're okay. Another test. Hey, you gotta be kidding me. But this one is pretty cool. Negotiate. If we succeed, we gain 2 time, and if we fail, we lose 1 time. So we can get back a little bit of time. Alright. So you already see it, right? We can't decide whether or not we want to do a test. A test we always have to do. And we just succeed now and gain 2 time. There we go. That's how you do it. So we succeeded, so we gain back 2 times, so we're back to 17. Awesome. Another test. What is going on? These were like, how many tests did we have? Like 3 or 4, 5? Alright, test. Succeed and gain 1 time, fail and fight a 3 terrorist. Alright, if we succeed, we get another time. Come on. We actually succeed. That is wonderful. So I think maybe you were right, Dragon Shadow. Maybe that was a weighted 3 die. I will have to check that. So we succeeded, so we gain 1 time back. Okay, we're almost back to full time. Just our health is a little bit worrying. Rough day, is it? It's a rough day. If that is another test, I'm gonna freak out. No, it's not. Okay. It's a door. We need a key for that door? But we don't have any doors, any keys here. Yeah, well, let's just continue. Oh, that's the first bell. We need to be careful. But here we have a hallway. It's not a door, not as good, but still it's not bad because it needs a shoe. And we have a shoe here, right? So we just open the door to get into the hallway. And the hallway presents us with a room that is called the construction zone, which is a test again. As if we hadn't done enough tests so far. So test, succeed and draw until you find a terrorist card, and then we can discard that terrorist card. And then reshuffle. If we fail, we take 2 damage, which would kill us almost. So we still have our chocolates. If I don't succeed here, we will have to use the chocolates because otherwise we were almost dead. So that is a 6. That is fine. So we succeeded. So draw until you find a card. That's another mechanism in the game. It works like this, that we just take our deck here and then we just draw cards until we find a terrorist. We just draw them from the top. Come on. Okay. Oh, there's so many good things that I will not be able to see now because I will have to reshuffle. There's a terrorist. So that terrorist is then discarded and all the other cards are shuffled back in. Let me take these cards out also, just to be fair. Did I do stupid things now? Yeah, I did. All right, like this. There we go. Yeah, it's a pretty rough day, right? I just played another game today just to kind of get in the groove again, and I played one 2 days ago, and I won both games really well, right? At the moment it does not seem too good. Okay, then let's continue. Oh, I would love that grenade. We already have one, but having two wouldn't be bad, but there are no symbols we can use, so let's just continue drawing. Another medkit, can we get that? We need a magnifying glass. We don't have one. I would definitely continue drawing, even though it is pretty risky, because if we draw another bell, we would have to fight the terrorist and everything is discarded. But if I hide, then everything is discarded anyway. So let's hope for not a bell, but a magnifying glass. We have a bell. Okay, of course. Still a better day than the wife. You don't know. Maybe, I mean, yeah, she's being taken hostage, which is pretty bad, right? But maybe she's doing okay up there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's having a glass of champagne and just waiting, right? Maybe she's doing fine. Yeah, we saw the image with a gun pointed at her, but that was only when I entered the roof, right? If I don't enter the roof, maybe she's doing fine. We don't know that. All right. Drang Shadow, you may like the game Hostage Negotiator, sort of deck building with dice rolling. To be honest, I thought about backing Final Girl when the second season, I think it was, when the second series was on Kickstarter this year. But this game, if you wanna like have the entire collection or one season, it's so expensive, right? And that's why I didn't do it. Also, I don't like the horror theme. And Hostage Negotiator is a cooler theme, but I heard that it's not as good as Final Girl. So I'm kind of stuck in between. The one game is very expensive and I don't like the theme, and the other one is not supposed to be as good. But Drang Shadow, if you say Hostage Negotiator is still great, then I might try to get it sometime. Because I like deck building, I also like dice rolling, although I'm really bad at it. But I like that actually, right? This is not a deck builder per se, right? It's pretty much a regular resource management and push your luck game and dice roller, right? But deck building is great. Okay, so let's fight that guy with 2 guns. Well, yeah, let's fire both bullets. And we have a 4. We have a 5 and a 6. Great, wonderful. So this guy's gone. It says +1 card, so we will get 1 card. If it's an item, we can keep it. It's not an item. It's a regroup, because a regroup would be great because it would give us one of these tokens. Oops. Which would let us add 2 to any dice rolls once, but it's not classified as an item, so we will have to discard it. Drang Shadow is saying, check out Rob's gaming table channel. Then he does a couple of playthroughs. Will do. I know the channel. I should be subscribed. I have to double check. If not, then I will do it. But I should be subscribed to the channel. Let me check out these playthroughs and see how I like them. Thanks for the heads up, Drang Shadow. And Louis Schwank is saying, would you make a run through of Mining Colony? I don't have Mining Colony yet. I was talking to the creator, so I will probably get Wold Ridge, like the newest. Time. You're right. Thank you. Move the time token. Thanks, Flumph. I forgot about that. And also, I will move the time token again because I will reload. Thank you very much for letting me know. I would have forgotten probably. So, Lewis, so I will do a run through of Wold Ridge probably, because I will try to get that, like, laid back. And probably I will also get Mining Colony at some point, although it is dexterity based, and I don't know how fun it will be to do that dexterity thing, but I will most likely do a playthrough at some point. But I don't have the game yet. I will still have to get it, right? So it would take a while for me to do a playthrough. Okay, terrorist. And oh, look at this. Mr. Kobayashi. He is actually the name giver of 100 Kobayashi Tower. This is a hostage as well, and we can flip this card to place any item cards in the row in our inventory for free. So that is a pretty strong card. But for that, we will need 2 magnifying glasses, which we definitely don't have. I'm thinking about hiding, because I don't really want to fight the terrorist. We still have a few weapons, but... You know what? I will spend 1 time to actually hide. Hiding means discarding the entire row and starting from the beginning. Okay, a radio. Okay, that would be okay. Another terrorist. Okay, let's just continue. Okay, a grenade. Oh no, we have 2 bells here. So we will have to fight the terrorist again, but it's at least a weaker terrorist than the other one. Okay, so we need to roll a 3. Let's just take 1 die for now, right? And we can add a smoke bomb if necessary. Okay, of course not. But we have to spend 1 time. Will I spend... Yeah, I will have to use a smoke bomb because we only have 4 health, right? So we can add another d6 to that fight roll. Let me... No, let's not take the white one because that was bad. Okay. 3. Okay, that's fine. Right, the 3 is enough to get rid of the terrorist, which will grant us another card, which is not an item, so we have to discard it, and we continue. Oh, another terrorist. I'd rather have some items, to be honest. A hallway. So with a key, we could get into that door. We need 2 shoes here. Okay, let's see. 1 shoe. We just need another one, and there are no bells. So as long as we don't draw a terrorist, we are fine. But we are drawing a terrorist. Of course we are. So 2 terrorists here. So I have to fight the stronger one, which is that one, and we have to discard the entire row. I think this is the worst game I ever had. Seriously. But of course, as soon as I turn on the camera. Okay, so a 3 and a 4. How many dice do we use? You know what? We could actually use the grenade. We could do that. Right, and keep these for now. Let's roll the one here for the grenade, and if we roll a 7 or 8, we can take out both at the same time. Oh, move the time token. That's a 6. That's not quite enough. And then I would add the smoke bomb because that's definitely way enough. All right, we don't have a whole lot of items anymore, but we're still alive at least. So let's draw 2 cards. 2 cards here. There is an item, the distraction, so we have that again to reroll another die, so that is okay. But we are discarding a lot of hallways and doors, which is bad because we really need to get going. There's another hallway. We need a shoe for that, which we have here. So let's take the shoe of the grenade. So I don't know how that works story-wise, but I don't know. Maybe we're just chucking the grenade we find at a door that maybe opens a way to the hallway. And we have the next location. The elevator shaft. Test. Of course, a test. Succeed and gain 1 time. Fail and take 2 damage. We need to succeed. Otherwise, we are close to death again. Alright, we can still roll the 2 dice. We made it. Oh, well, a double 6. That's not bad, right? That would make a good thumbnail. Alright, so we succeeded. So we gain back 1 time. And Flumph, let me know in case I miss to move another time token, but I think I'm fine now. Regroup, I would love that. That would be really great. Well, actually, we can take the regroup, right? Regroup, we don't need any symbols, as you can see, because there's a time token. We can now spend 1 time to get a regroup token. And that regroup token, which is that one here with the +2, would let us once add a +2 to any roll. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 time to take that regroup. Take that regroup token here. All right, I think that's a good idea. That's why you're here, to control me and see if I play correctly. Well, that's not too bad. At least somebody's doing that, right? So, what do we have here? We need... the shotgun is awesome. This one is pretty nice. That gives us altogether 6 d10s, which is incredible. But it needs 3 magnifying glasses, which is almost impossible to get. But let's continue drawing cards. Alright, so 1 bell or 1 terrorist, and we have to fight again. Do we risk it? Do we risk it? Let me get a sip to drink here while I think about whether we should risk it, or if maybe I should just hide, right? You know what? I'm going to risk it. Because if we get a shoe, we can get into the hallway. If we get a magnifying glass, 2 magnifying glasses, we can get the shotgun, and we will not draw another bell, right? We will draw another bell. Okay, then we have to fight the terrorist now. I'm not sure if we can win this today, but, well, let's see about that. So, 2 4s, that's pretty high. So, will I use all 3 or just 2? We could use only 2 and then use the chocolates, but I really would not like to use them yet. And we don't have any firepower for the boss at the end, right? Let's use 3 dice and hope we get anything. Well, we still have the distraction. No, let's use 2 dice only. Would you look at that? Well, I don't know. I don't know how I should describe this. Well, that didn't quite work. So I suppose, do we take the chocolate? Yeah. Let's use the chocolates now to try that again. Yeah, I told you. I'm not the luckiest person. Alright, that's still not good. I mean, we managed to finish one of them off, but not the other one. Your gun jammed on that roll. Yeah, I think my gun is about to explode. Dragon Shadow. Let's reroll the other die too, because I really don't want to fall, like lose too much health yet. That's still not enough. You gotta be kidding me. Seriously. I think my gun is just seriously jamming. I don't even know if my gun is jamming. Maybe I'm just such a bad shot, right? My military training probably didn't do a whole lot. So, well, didn't work. So that means that the terrorists will now attack us. We only have 3 health left. No, wait. Wait. We do have our regroup token. Let's use that instead of losing health, so we can add 2 to that roll here, 5, and then we are fine. Let's do that, because that's why we got that. We have no items left anymore. Our gun is pretty much almost empty, but, well, at least we are still alive. Kind of. Alright, let's draw like maybe a grenade or a shotgun would be great. Nothing. Okay, let's continue. We got the hallway. We got another hallway. Yeah, 2 hallways are not really helping us because we also need to get into the hallway. Agent O'Neill. We could take this one here, flip this card to pay 1 less magnifying glass for a weapon card in the row. That could be helpful, right? And we would also get rid of both bells. You know, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to spend the magnifying glass here, so I will search the hallway and then I will find Agent O'Neill, who is glad to assist me during my travels through the tower. So whenever we find a gun here, we can actually get that for 1 magnifying glass less once. That's not too bad. Of course, a terrorist. And there we go. Only 1 bell, only 1 terrorist, so we're still fine. The machine gun needs 2 magnifying glasses. There is 1, and we can now use Agent O'Neill. We just flip him, and then we can spend the magnifying glass to actually get that machine gun. The machine gun, we get 2 extra rounds, like 2 extra magazines, and we get 2 D8 dice. No, 3 even. We get 3 even. Wow. That is pretty incredible. So there we go. So now we have 3 D8s and also like 2 more magazines. So we have 9 D8 now we can use for shooting, as well as our handgun that is pretty much empty almost. So that is pretty good. That was really good. Thank you, Agent O'Neill. Thank you very much for... I mean, Agent O'Neill probably has also military training, and he's able to help us locate these guns. But now he's exhausted because he's done that once, and that's all he can take. I mean, he's a little bit older already, right? He's not in his prime anymore, so I guess that's that. Do I spend a time to remove all of that? No, let's continue. Should be fine. It's not fine. Okay, so we discard all of that. And now we have 3 terrorists we need to fight. You know what? Let's use our machine gun now. That's why we have it, right? So let's spend 1 time and like blast them all. Just blast them with the machine guns. So we have a 2, that is fine. We have a 7, that is fine. So that is a 2 and a 5. So let me just cover those. If I can find the right tokens. There we go. So 2 and 5, we did that. And now we have the 3 left, which we couldn't meet. So 1 terrace is still left. So they will hurt us. And we will not use the machine gun anymore. Now let's use the handgun. Spend 1 time. We will get a 3. Come on. There we go. So the last terrace is also gone. Wonderful. And we can draw 3 cards and hope for a good item there. Whenever the draw deck is empty, we will just reshuffle the discard pile. And there is no item here. So, well, that's too bad. That is too bad. Okay, so, but I will spend 2 time, 1, 2, to reload both guns here because I want to be ready for the next fight. So then we get 4 of those here. And we get 3 d8s over here. Okay, let's continue. We are not really getting ahead here. Okay, we have a door and a hallway. Well, we can open the door to get into the hallway, which will grant us another location card. Finally, the gift shop. This is really great. This lets us either place the chocolates back in our inventory or gain 1 time. Yes, we are not doing that well in terms of time, but I think because I rolled so bad all the time, I think the chocolates would be the better option. So I'll take those. Okay, because if we die, time is not going to help us anyway, right? All right, let's continue. A door. Ammo. Oh, that's pretty nice. So we could spend that magnifying glass of the door. We could open the door, right, to find that ammo here. And that would give us another magazine for our handgun. That's not too bad. I think I'm going to do that. I'll use that to take the card here. And I can discard this, which I will do immediately to get another magazine. So now we have 4, 7, 10, 14 rounds. That is not too bad. Okay, another ammo. And we can use the shoe here, the shoe icon of the ammo. However, that works thematically to enter the hallway, which will grant us another location card. So we are getting places. Hotel room. You may lose 1 time to draw the top 300 cards. Place them back on top of the deck and in any order. I don't find this very helpful. I don't want to lose time because I already lost enough time as it is. So I will not do it. But we progressed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are almost halfway through the building. And we are close to being dead. But there is some medical room that we could encounter. So let's see. Okay, flashlight. So let me just give these cards here a shuffle. And then we can continue. I think this is the first time I actually have to go, or maybe the second time, that I went through the entire deck and still didn't win or lose the game. So, yeah. So this is a pretty cool game, actually. I enjoy playing it a lot. I don't know how well this game holds up after you have played it maybe like 10 or 15 times, right? So I don't have this game too long, like Grin. You might remember my huge unboxing video on my channel. This one was one of the games that he sent to me. But so it's quite new and I haven't played it. I've played it maybe like 5 times now. Maybe about 5 times. So I don't know how it holds up when you play it, like, as I said, 10, 15 times. I can't say anything about that yet. I can imagine that at some point you know the game a little bit too well and you will probably still play it at some point, but not as often as other games that have a little bit more replay value. But don't definitely take this with a grain of salt, because I don't know. That's just what I think at the moment. But that could change, of course, anytime. Okay, so let's continue. Terrorists, we don't want those, but we will get those because we have 2 bell icons. So let's just use our handgun here. 2 dice. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. This will go well. Yes, it will go well. 2 5s. That's enough to get those. I will move the time tracker. And we get 2 cards. What would I want? A distraction would be great, or... Yeah, distraction would be great. There we go. Just what I wanted, a distraction. So let's put that there. So we're getting a few items again, and now we need to progress through the building. Right, now all the tests are coming back. Test, if you fail, take 2 damage. If we fail that, then we are almost dead. And we can only roll 1 die because we only have 3 health. 5 or 6, come on. That's a 6. Whew, man, that's a really rough day. But we made it. Another test. Now all the tests are coming back. And I just shuffled so well. Okay, if you succeed, search the deck or discard pile for a radio. Add it to your inventory. Reshuffle. If you fail, take 1 damage. Well, then we shouldn't fail. And we are not failing. Great, so we can search the deck for a radio. Let's try to find one. So far I can't see anything here. There's a radio. Okay, so the ambush will be discarded. The radio will be added to our items. And I will just do a quick overhand shuffle. That's enough for now. I mean, we have hardly gone through the deck at all. A little cut. That should be fine. Alright, so the radio lets us discard this card to draw 3 cards, and if any of these are terrorists, we can discard those. So that I will just use that whenever I think it might be necessary. A door, a grenade, okay, and a hallway. So either we use the door and the hallway to get the grenade, or we use the grenade and the door to get the hallway. We do have weapons. I think we're doing fine in terms of firing power. So let's discard these 2 to get through the door into the hallway to get to the next room, which is the boiler room. Test, of course. Let me get this die. Succeed and gain 1 health. Yes. Fail and move the top terrorist card from the discard pile to the middle of the hunted deck. That would be not too bad. Let's succeed and gain 1 health. I will use the distraction for that if necessary. Yes, we got it. So now we gained back 1 health, which is incredible. So, you know, the boiler room was empty, right? So we just sat down for a little while. We still had a few bandages, and we had the time to actually to use the bandages, right? To kind of recover a little bit of health. So that is wonderful. And now we're back to 4 health, which means that we can use 2 dice to roll again. That is really nice. All right, we've got the flashlight here again, which lets us discard 3 cards, draw 3 cards, and if we find a hostage card, we can place in our inventory. Not that interesting, so let's continue. Will we continue? Yeah, let's continue. We do have a little bit of firing power, so that should be okay. Clarence. We don't have magnifying glass, but we meet Clarence again, right? So we saw him before, but we weren't able to help him, and we are still not able to help him, so let's see. Okay, so we can use the grenade or the flashlight to get into the hallway, which I will do. I don't like the flashlight too much, so let's just light our way through the hallway to find the atrium. Draw 5 cards. If one of them is a terrorist, it attacks you. Shuffle the rest back into the deck. Yeah, there's a terrorist. Okay, but we can draw 5 cards, and if one of them is a terrorist, it attacks you. We could probably choose one of the terrorists, right? That would make sense due to the wording. So I'll just do that. But yeah, this was the only terrorist. So let me already shuffle the deck. Let's just do a quick overhand shuffle again because we didn't get that far. That should be okay. And then we, oops, do a little cut. Okay, so we will have to fight that terrorist, but it's only a 4. That should be okay. I will just take my handgun. Let's reduce our time. We're getting low on time. That is an issue. Oh, oof, that's not enough. Then I will use the distraction, right, to reroll 1 die and roll a 4. Or I roll a 1, that's fine as well. Okay, well then, I guess my gun jammed again, Dragon Shadow. Well, then we will reduce 1 health because they're shooting us. I will spend another time to reload my handgun, like that. And then we'll spend another time to attack again with 2 dice. And seriously, now I just need a 4. Come on. There we go. I would have liked that roll a little bit earlier. Okay, so we get an item. Maybe we don't. Okay, then we continue. Yeah, let's continue. Let's see what we find here. The grenade. No, nothing we can use at the moment. So let's continue and hope for another terrorist, but there is one, of course. So, because we have 2 bell icons, we need to discard everything and fight the terrorist. We are having a really bad day here. All right. We still have the machine gun. So let's take these 2 dice here and hope for a 3. Yes. But that was really close again. You see, I'm not lucky enough. But we made it. And now our handgun is empty. So we can now turn that around to signify that it's empty. And now we can fight with bare hands, right? Which is a d6. I mean, that's okay as well. Because I need to save the machine gun for the big boss later on. So, we get an item, hopefully. No, we don't. Then let's continue. There's an item. Radio. Well, we could also just draw 3 cards and hope that there are any terrorists there, right? And then we can discard them. Do we want to do that? Nah, let's not do it yet. I think we're still doing okay. So, we can't do anything here. Can we do... No, we're just getting the shoe icon here. Right? And we need the magnifying glasses. So, we're doing really bad and we have enough bell icons for the terrorist. We should have used the radio. But you never know, right? Will we find barehanded or do we use the machine gun? You know what? I think I'm going to punch the guy. I'm just going to punch him, right? Let's punch him. Alright, we just punched the guy to death. We really did. So that's another time we spend. And we can take another item. And there is a medkit. Oh, but we will lose 1 time. We only have 4 time left. I don't know if we should do that. Let's take the medkit for now and then decide later what we do with that. Is the exposure still okay? Let me check my screen here. Looks like it, right? Let me know in case you can't see as well anymore. Okay. A little spoiler, but I think we are not going to win because we only have 4 time left and 3, 4. Well, we need at least 5 locations still, so I don't know. Could be tough. A medkit, a grenade, a terrorist that we don't have to fight yet, but I will not use any time because, well, we might be able to not spend time and do something else. Okay, there are 2 bell icons, so we need to fight the terrorists again. Oh man, this is not looking good. This is looking really, really bad, in fact. Then let's take these 2 machine gun rounds and hope that we can kill them. We can. A 3 and an 8, that is definitely enough. So let's take 2 cards and hope for an item. Maybe something that will give us time. I don't think there is any item that gives us time. Okay. More terrorists. More terrorists. Okay, this is going to be it. Because they are almost going to kill us now. Because we can only use 1 round, right? And then we need to reload. So let's do that. With a 7. So we get 1 of them at least. Let me just cover that one. And then they will hurt us. We only have 2 health left. And I will spend a time to... No, I can't spend time to reload. Because otherwise I will die. I won't have enough time. So let's punch them. With our bare hands. Alright. We are almost dead. We almost have no time left. And that is enough adrenaline that we need to actually punch them unconscious. Let's punch them unconscious, not to death. Okay, so no item here. That is great. Oh well, we can actually also take the hostage, I think. If I'm not mistaken, we can also take the hostage when we win against the terrorists. So then we can take the hostage here, which would discard a non-terrorist card. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna help, but sure, we can try it, right? Okay, let's continue. Oh, come on, stop with the terrorists. Well, yeah, I think we pretty much lost. We need to, because if I hide now, then I spend one time and then I will lose anyway. This way I would still, yeah, I won't have any chance really. Well, let's just hope that we don't draw another terrorist. Ammo. We could use her to, no, let's continue. And that's it. We have 2 bell icons here again, so we will have to fight that terrorist. Which we can't, right? I mean, we don't have anything, right? We don't have anything, so, well... Is there any way to still win? I don't think so, because if we reload here, then we lose 1 time. And if we shoot, then we lose another time. If we just punch, then we lose a health. Then we can punch again, and then we lose as well. So I think we lost anyway. What we can do is just go out with a bang, right? Let's go out with a bang. Let's reload to get our 3 dice back. And then let's kill them all. Which we can't even do. Because we only have the 2 4s here. Oh no, it's 7. No, 4 4 7. That works. So we actually defeated them, but we had to spend another time to do so. So yeah, that did not go well at all. And that was probably, that was very unfortunate because by now I win most games actually. And today it really did not go well. Not at all. But I mean, that's not the reason I play these games, right? I just wanted to show it to you. And yeah, that ends this game. So let's see what other rooms you would have had. The office would have given us a distraction card. The air ducts could have gained us another time. Here we could have lost time to do something else, to like discard cards and stuff like that. We didn't want that. The bathroom would have made us lose 1 time if we wanted to. The nurse station, that's it. You may lose 1 time to heal 2 health. That would have been the thing that could have helped us in the beginning. The guard station, we can lose 2 times to draw cards until you find an ammo card or a gun card. And then the last card would have been the roof. So it's impossible. It would have been impossible to win, right? Louis Schrank is saying, cool game. Yeah, it is a really cool game. It's really fun. It really gives you that Die Hard vibe, right? I mean, that's clearly Die Hard as a game. Clearly, right? I mean, they even kind of look similar and everything. It is just clearly Die Hard as a game, and it's really fun. It's fun playing. I've played it now 5 or 6 times, and I still have fun playing it. It is, of course, very prone to luck, as you just saw, right? It's very prone to luck because, yeah, exactly, Dragonshot, I was about to say that. Because you lose a lot of time. You lose a lot of time for everything, right? At the beginning, like when I first learned the game and played it the first time, I thought like, okay, well, you don't lose time very often. Just when you reload and when you fight. You don't do that very often, but yeah, you do that very often, and you don't really get time back. There are cards that give you time back, but no item cards, right? That's a little bit like the one issue I see. Only like specific location cards, if you are lucky that they're in here. You will never have all locations in the deck because there are 2 more locations here that we haven't shuffled in, right? So it's possible that these locations that actually give you time are not shuffled even in, right? And then you can never get the time back. That is one thing that's pretty hard. I think like weapons are not that big of a deal because you can fight barehanded, right? And if you get like these terrorists that only have 1, like this one, you can just fight them barehanded, right? And that's it. That's fine. That's really cool. But if you have like these terrorists with like 3, then of course you need 3 rounds to fight them if you manage to do it each time. But you lose like 2 health in the process, so that's pretty tough. But you can do it, right? Also, the dice mitigation works pretty well here because there are quite a lot of items that let you reroll dice and whatever. And you get the chocolates at the beginning even, right? That let you reroll any number of dice. And you can even get those back, maybe, if you are in a specific room in the gift shop. So that's really great. And the thematically, the game is great as well. I think thematically it nails it. Almost. I mean, of course, saying that I'm using a shotgun to get into the hallway, I mean, yeah, we could explain it away with I'm using the shotgun to shoot open a door, but why can't I take it into my inventory then, right? So, of course, you can never nail theme and gameplay. You can never marry them perfectly, or almost never, right? So, but apart from that, the theme is great. The art style, I like that one, like the blue, black art style. The only thing is, as Dragon Shadow, as you said, is that, yeah, that the time is a huge issue. I think that is really tough because we still could have gone on, right? I mean, I still have the med kit. We have 2 health. I could have increased my health to 3. Later on, the nurse station would have been there, and I could have increased it to 5 even, right? I would have been totally fine. And yeah, but the time is like the biggest enemy in this game. If you're really unlucky and you just keep on having to fight terrorists and having to reload and maybe hide, then the time is gone really quickly. But yeah, so that is the game. That is Hunted Kobayashi Tower. There is an entire series. So I think Louis Frank, I think you said, right? You were asking me if I would make a run through of the second game. The second game is Hunted Mining Colony. That is more dexterity based. And then there is a third game that is currently, I think, being delivered to the backers or soon. 100 Woad Ridge, which is kind of like the Stranger Things equivalent of the game. And this is pretty cool because in Woad Ridge you have like a normal deck and you go through that, and then there are certain triggers, maybe just like the bells in this game, where you turn over the entire deck and then you have completely different cards. It's like the Upside Down in Stranger Things, in case you're familiar with the TV series. If not, I can highly recommend it, even though it's like a horror series and it's pretty tough at times, pretty rough at times, but it's really good. And that game, Woad Ridge, is actually kind of Stranger Things as a card game, right? So that is pretty cool as well. So I will probably get the other 2 games as well. It will take a while until I have them because, well, I will have to order them and hope that they don't take too long to get here to Germany. But if I have the games, I will definitely play them on the channel as well. Maybe even live, because I think these games are pretty well played live. I might play this live again around Christmas because, Die Hard around Christmas. I think that's a no-brainer, right? Yeah, and that was pretty much my playthrough here. So let me get another drink, and then I think we are pretty close to ending the stream. All right, there we go. So, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you had fun watching me play this game, even though I unfortunately lost. So I will get my revenge toward the end of the year when I play it around Christmas time again. And then I will hope that I will win. I promise you, the last 2 games were great. I even have pictures to prove that. I really won well there, but this time I did not do so well. Louis Schwang is saying thanks. Really like you play live. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really happy you like that. It's great doing these live playthroughs with you because it's really fun. I'm seeing your reactions live and everything. That's great. Dragon Shadow, thanks for the stream. You're very welcome. Thank you all very much for joining me today. Well, and just for the people who are watching this later on as a video on demand on YouTube, if this is the first of my videos you're watching, you can head over to my channel. There are lots more videos. If you liked this video or any other of my content, then a like, a comment, a subscription. They are all appreciated very, very much. And also we have a really cool Discord server where you can join to discuss with us everything regarding board games. So it'd be great to see you there. Kai B is saying, thanks, I like your videos live stream. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And well, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you, not only on the channel and maybe the Discord server, but on my next live stream next month again. All right. Thank you all very much, and I will see you soon. Take care. Yeah, cheers, Flumph. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.